Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Kim. And I would always like to do some wrestling. This is the time of the year when wrestling steps to the forefront. I watched a match the other night, Penn State and Iowa. My goodness.
Yes, you can't get better than that.
No, you can't. You'd have to
That's
travel
the best,
all over the country.
Best wrestler
and
in the
you'd
country.
come back here.
Best wrestler in the country.
Yeah, you got Ohio State in that league.
Yeah,
you
same
got
thing.
Nebraska. You got
Great teams.
some great wrestling.
Yeah, and George and I know how disciplined
Yes.
and how focused, that word's used a lot, but truly wrestlers do. They're one-track mind on becoming a individual champion, and that's what we're going to crown today. First, we'll go with the teams at the Eastern Ohio Wrestling Championships. The Division I, the champ was Austin Fitch. In Division II, the champ was Salem. Division III was Garfield, and Division IV was South Range. And within those team results, you always have individual winners, and we want to congratulate the local kids that came in first place. Hunter Newell, South Range at 106. You know, that when I see that, George,
I know.
You know, that's the one sport. I told my grandkids, listen,
Yeah.
you could be 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's better.
And be a champion.
It's actually better.
And be a champion.
You know, they had 98 when I started.
I remember.
Now think about that.
You can be a champion.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. You can be a champion. At 120, first place, Bobby Bookholt from Beaver Local. At 132, Brogan Fielding of Jefferson. At 138, Ty Stricka of Canfield. Congratulations to you guys. And we move on to 144, Eric Smith of Austin Fitch. At 150, Tyson Seesholtz of South Range. At 157, first place, A.J. Coppersmith of Crestview. And we close it out at 175, first place, Caden Kohut of Canfield. George, you go through grueling 4 days, four matches. One letdown, you're out.
No, you make one mistake. You just turn 1 second.
You're on your back.
And then it's not 3 like studio wrestlers. Like that. Your season's over.
Yes.
You wonder what happened. So I was doing well. I was ahead. I just rolled, and that's all it took.
And that's why the great wrestlers have strength, flexibility, agility, but they also know how to play, be on the defensive side and the offensive side.
And these guys, too, I watched for years. Like I said, we had it when I was in high school, which back in the day, that was a long time ago. A lot of people didn't have it.
Right.
And I watched, these guys all look like they're 20 or 30 pounds heavier and stronger. They're all muscle.
Yes.
Like you look at a guy, like 150. Don't think he doesn't look like he weighs 170 because he does. They're all, and I remember going to the matches when I was in college. Lock Haven was a powerhouse. And I'd go watch those guys. It'd be 147, and I'd be like, no, that dude don't weigh one. There's no way that dude weighs 147. Look, he just twists your neck off.
Yeah, and today's, we have watched the revolution of all sports. In wrestling, I'll see guys flip in the air now. They do moves now that never thought of before. No. They do things on that mat, and you got to give the credit to the coaches and the people who think outside the box to bring wrestling to where it's at.
And they wrestle year round. They wrestle Greco-Roman in the summer.
Yes, they do.
So, there's no stone unturned. These guys are, like you say, the best in training, the best of this. And nutrition is crucial there. They have to maintain that weight. And that's one thing that I used to watch those guys in. Now, remember, this is back, they've really cracked down.
Right.
I'm talking about guys putting plastic suits on, going into steam, stuff like that. I used to watch those guys sucking ice cubes at lunch to make the weight. And I was like, dang. These guys are serious.
Yeah, it's a lot better. They've taken care of that a lot.
Yeah, how much they can lose.
Yes, much better. Let's go to basketball. Badger girls basketball continues their impressive run. Beat Pie Valley in overtime. 14th consecutive win. 15-3 and undefeated. 11-0 in conference play. When you are undefeated in conference play, we'll follow you, talk about you. Good luck to the Badger girls as they
14-0. That
forward.
means they were 1-3.
Yes, they come on strong, haven't they?
Nice job, ladies.
Yep. Let's go to college basketball, and we'll start with the girls. Paige Shy, highlight of the week. Paige, you get the award. Went to the foul line for 2 shots with 2.3 seconds left. I've seen so many people.
That's a lonely place.
You think LeBron want to make both of them?
No. Are you
Shy, you did
kidding
something
me?
LeBron could never do.
No, he would have smacked that 100
Hey.
miles an hour, 10 feet one, and rim it off the
Yeah,
rim.
Paige, you've done something I guarantee you. He'll be the all-time leading scorer in the history of the
Yeah, and
sport.
he can't make two
two
fouls.
free throws. But
Absolutely.
you did 2 free throws for a 52-51 win. Congratulations to the YSU as they beat Northern Kentucky, and they're moving up, tied for first place. Congratulations to the girls. In men's basketball, 2 big wins this weekend. They're the highest scoring team in the Horizon, one of the top 5 teams in points possession in Division I. Coach Calhoun really has the YSU boys playing well. 4 teams tied for first, George. You know, I noticed in that league is it's really top heavy.
I got
You
you.
know,
Bottom teams are bad.
You're almost guaranteed 8 wins if you don't play badly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the other 6 are going to determine your seed,
Yes.
which will determine your length in the tournament.
Yeah, so you want to make
makes
sure
sense.
you don't want to fall to one of those IUPs. What do you
No,
want?
ooey-pooey. Because 5 goes to 4, and then you play 1-8.
Yeah, Green Bay.
Yeah, oh.
I think they have 3 wins between them.
They
all
fired
year.
the coach last
Yeah,
week.
right in the middle of the season.
Yeah, they don't
And
do
Robert
that.
Morris has made the worst decision of all time. Now, I don't know money-wise. Maybe they were getting more money at university, but they were the kingpin, or one of the 2 kingpins over another league. They come into this league and they can't win. And
We had him on the COVID year. He won the championship.
Coach Toole, yeah.
And we had him on the radio, and he would have made the tournament. I think it's $1 million, too.
I never
First
thought
round.
of that.
Yeah.
If you make,
Yeah.
they would make the tournament at least once every 3 years.
I don't know if they paid him that year. I'm not sure on the
COVID
COVID,
year, you mean,
but just
right.
the same. Here's the point. This league, he's a pedestrian.
They don't even think about it. They don't even
No.
think about it. Yes, that's the truth. If you follow YSU boys, you saw them on national TV. A big crowd, close to 4,000 people against Detroit. They also came back and had a big crowd the second time around. Quotes from Coach Calhoun about the Valley needing this and making the Valley proud. That's always been part of it. You want them. And there was a follow-up. The girls had a gigantic crowd. Coach Barnes was very pleased with that also. The YSU is, I think, second in the league in attendance, which is third in the league in the Rise League, averaging about 2,500 a game, only behind Northern Kentucky and Wright State. Great year so far for Coach Calhoun and Coach Barnes with the boys and the girls. That gave me that was the good I'll tell you about Coach Calhoun. Now listen, Coach, you know if you're going to make a quote, this quote bothered me so bad that it's taken us 6 years to build this program. Hey, there's not one guy who was on your team this year. One. They got.
So you're not building because you'd be
build.
setting something up
If he
for
would've
later
said, we really did great
in the portal.
That's all he had to say.
Which is the name of the game
Yeah,
today.
that's
You
fine.
didn't do anything wrong.
But don't say he built the program. He has transferred Farley Dickinson, Canisius, Mississippi, Dayton. That's all. Don't make it sound like you've been building this program for 6 years. Because I've heard you're such a great guy and do some great things. That quote bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Well, you're Fred of Slocum.
Yeah, that's
for one.
why.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll give the reason.
And I don't think. Now, I'm not taking his side because it.
You can take his side, that's all
it
right.
bothered me too because it basically says we started from scratch.
It didn't start from scratch. That's what I'm saying.
No,
It
that
did not
team
start
the
from
year before had won 2 games in the tournament. And remember, this league at one time had Butler, Loyola, and Valpo at one time.
Yeah.
Then Valpo, then
I can
Butler.
go on and on
yeah,
about that
I get
too.
all that.
Yes.
But the point is, I understand. But I think sometimes in your desire to build yourself up, you don't want to tear someone else down.
Never.
And that's what you're doing when you say we started from scratch. It was not scratch.
It was never scratch.
No.
And
No.
And so, Coach, just watch your quotes, please. There's people out here like me who are in the sports field that know you're doing a good job, but you don't have to tell somebody you build it from scratch. That is a lie.
Yeah, scratch
straight
would
out.
imply they didn't win any when you got there,
Yeah.
or 1 or 2, like Robert Morris. The next guy is starting from
Yeah,
scratch
exactly.
because they can't compete in the Horizon. They were fine in the North Coast League, Northeast, whatever.
And I went through this before, Coach. Coach was making 110, Slocum 110,000. You're now making 339,000. I would think that if they paid the coaches that much money and recruiting that much money, it'd be a little better also. So there's all kind of things, but just keep it up what you're doing with this year's team. you have a chance to make the tournament, that would bring the Valley proud.
And
No-
don't
no
take the
question
ball
about
out and throw it in the corner to get trapped while I'm at it. That's not what I'd threw trust right across the middle, take it down. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's 8th grade basketball.
Yes.
You know they're going to trap
saw
that
it.
first pass.
We saw it.
Absolutely.
All right, so that got my rant out of the way. I'm hoping Coach Calhoun sees it, or somebody tells him, watch his quotes.
Yeah, you don't, and you don't mean to be, condescending, but that's what it sounds like.
I can only go with what I read.
In other words, this thing was at Nader.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
They just beat in 2011.
Yeah.
They just beat Butler.
Yeah.
And went on to play in the national championship
Yeah.
game. They went to 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
I know all about what happened with Coach.
And they were, as you say, a winning program. Well, there isn't anywhere. They'll come out if you win, and this is what he's
beautiful. That's why they have big crowds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes.
No, we're not taking anything from them in any way. No, it just.
They can shoot it.
I watched. They can score.
They
85 a game.
They can score.
That's a lot of points,
and that's fun to watch.
Yeah.
When the ball's going in the basket.
Oh, I'd rather watch that style than 39-38, and you hope you have the 39.
Yes.
Let's talk NFL. These title games. You talk about night and day over the weekend. The good, the bad, the ugly. We'll do the ugly first, then we'll do the good. No contest.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting about that Philadelphia San Francisco game? I watched some of the replay last night on purpose, and Philadelphia did not play good. That's the part I didn't want to get in with Eddie on today's show. They didn't play good at all. First of all, Smith dropped that ball, or they wouldn't have had the first touchdown.
Catch.
Yeah, they wouldn't have had no touchdown.
That was not a catch.
The next drive, they had 3 penalties on San Fran, or they would have kicked it again.
Yeah.
And Philadelphia, San Fran had no team on the field.
No. Once that quarterback went out, and man, I can imagine. I'll bet you they tore
that had to hurt.
That right off the bell. I'll bet you that kid was trying to throw out there with an arm he couldn't scratch his back with, because he'd have played.
No, he couldn't even feel it. They said he couldn't feel it.
Yeah, because I read his lips. I read his lips. He came over to Shanatan and he said, "I can't."
Yeah, you can't feel it.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's what it was.
That was a tough
now, would
game
it have been different? I would think so. I guarantee I can't?
I'll guarantee it. I guarantee that when you can't throw a pass.
But if you can't play well enough, then you can't protect yourself. That's the other. I give him credit. He took him out. Yeah, then he comes back, and I'm like, if he can't pass.
They put him in just to get
and they knew he couldn't pass.
Yeah, so they just put 8 guys on the line.
Yes. No, what was that, a 4th or 5th stringer, actually?
Yeah, it was.
There's no team. I'll start with San Francisco with Montana. I don't know who the 4th guy was.
No 0 team.
He won. Pittsburgh, when they had the curtain,
yeah.
They wouldn't have won with their 4th team.
No chance.
And Dallas the same way.
Yeah, that game was unbelievable.
Let's talk about the second game, because it was a 1.5 this way, 1.5, and it played out that way.
I think they're 2 equal teams. I really believe that they played all the time.
Yes.
All their games are equal.
Here's where I thought the game was, I won't call it lost. 3rd and long, they hit a big pass, Cincinnati, or they'd have been pinned back. So I'm thinking, here we go, Joe Burrow. Because I'm not a fan. He's a little too cocky for me. When he wins the Super Bowl, I'll be.
Isn't that
okay?
Has he won the Super Bowl yet?
Not yet. Neither has Shanatan.
Okay.
And if he's a genius, they should be able to run a play without emotion with the second teamer. No, they can't. And I'm not saying he's not a genius. I'm just saying if he is, and he's known as a genius, they should be able to run a play without a false start.
Yeah, they put that in our heads, saying, well, Jordan and I will run with it.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, genius.
If you're a genius, that means you have 4 Super Bowls or 3 Super Bowls in my mind.
Chuck Noll, never won Coach of the Year.
Yes.
That's just leave it. Yes. Tell him we won't even go into, because we're old and we have history behind us. But this wire to wire with Cincinnati, let me say, when they got that first down, 2020, I'm like, I seen this movie.
Yeah,
right down the field, field goal.
I would have thought so too.
And they held them, and they get the ball back. Now listen, we're going to go over this because this is a pet peeve of yours, and I want to get it. 40 seconds left. They have possibly 3 plays. There's one thing that can beat you.
Yes.
What is it?
The punt return.
Where did you punt it?
You punt it right to the guy.
Now, why is he back there? Let me ask you people. Why do you suppose at every high school game you go, they put the track dude back there?
Yes.
They put
In the pros, they put their wide receiver back there who can run like a deer.
Yeah, that little dude from Pittsburgh, he might not be a great receiver, but don't punt him the football. Exactly. Ray, because Ray going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, so they punted to him. Maybe there was a block in the back. There could have been. Yeah. I'm just saying, punt the ball out of bounds. Kansas City would not have went down the field.
They would have run the clock
Yeah, they
out.
ran the clock out.
Absolutely. You agree with me
Yeah,
on that. Now, the hit on the quarterback, once again, you refereed a little bit. I was lousy. I used to fill in the summer in our camp. I was lousy because I was watching the game.
Yeah, I did that a lot too.
But anyhow, the point is, we'll talk about them. They did not have a good day. That crew won't be back, I would doubt.
They can't.
But let's talk about the out of bounds hit. Now, see, on the way over, someone's saying, you can't call that. When he's 3 feet out of bounds,
They had to call it.
you have to call it.
No, they had to call it.
Because then they say, well, they decided the game. Well, you decided the game if you didn't.
Yeah, me watching it.
What you say?
Here's what I saw, and the adrenaline was flowing so crazily that
Yeah,
night.
absolutely.
Like usually I say this guy, the guy hit him out of bounds was running full. I'm talking about.
Okay.
I want to see it full speed. In his mind, he's thinking, I got to get over there.
Absolutely.
And he did not recognize. Listen, he's out of bounds 2 feet. So he remember he just didn't. He drilled them.
Yeah.
They both went.
They ended
You
up
had to call it,
bleeding.
George.
Okay, here, let's
You
talk
had to
about
call
it.
it.
I agree 100%. And another thing, but here I need 3 rule changes instantly. When they just touched the face mask.
They changed that.
It used to be a 5 or
Yeah.
15. See, they don't want any discretion. They don't want
Any judgment call.
because then you show it back and you go, what you see can't be. It looked like 15 to me.
Right.
Same with running. I've heard them say, if you hit the plant leg, if you hit the leg, it's in the air. Now, well, we needed it's like pass interference. Don't tell me you have to look back at the ball because I've seen 50 guys face
70
guarded and
times.
not turn around,
Oh, yeah.
and it's not interference. So we need clarification. And then this one. Here's the problem with it. And it started with Russell Wilson. If I'm in a defense, I'm going to tell him once. First time you slow down and then run for 5 more yards, or you stick that ball out after,
Yes.
next time, guess what?
You're gonna get
There is
drilled.
no whistle.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened. See, Mahomes, he slows down when he gets there. And then if you don't hit him, which you don't,
Right.
he runs 5 more yards,
Right.
sticks the ball out. Now he's 7 yards down, and they are in field goal range.
Yes.
And they protect these guys. I think when they leave the pocket, that's it.
Full blast.
Full
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah.
Like Hurts. He leaves that pocket. The boy squats with
You're
600.
gonna get
He's
hit.
a runner.
You're going to get hit.
He's a runner.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't.
I mean, they want the quarterbacks in the game. We know that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I in the field of play, they should be able to hit him like crazy. This guy really did hit him 3 yards out of bounds. That was different. That was a little different. Yeah.
What could you say? He was crying on the sideline.
Yeah, he knew it. He
and
knew
they
it.
said he's got a big contract
He knew
coming,
what he
so
did.
he's
He
fine.
knew
And
what he did.
he's not Leon Lett.
You know what he did.
Okay, now
Yeah.
it come out -2 and 49.5. Your original remarks. -2.
Yeah.
49.5 looks a little high to me. Because you know there's defense. You know,
See, I love Philadelphia against.
I know you did.
Against,
We gave it out.
Giants and against.
Absolutely.
I don't love them against Kansas City because
Okay.
I thought they're digressing. I thought they played really not good against.
Didn't
Kansas City.
have to play well either week.
Yeah, Giants. They may have played good. Giants have been bad, but I watched the San Francisco game.
Okay.
They did not play good. And
You know.
I'll tell you, did not play good. Hurts. I mean, he did not. He threw the ball so poorly. In
Well,
that
you
game.
know,
there was balls at the ground.
You're the only one saying
over
that. I
13.
listened for a night and a half because I stayed up almost all night.
And?
You're the only guy that has said that.
I think Hurts played lousy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole team in general.
No.
Which just starts with him.
The line of scrimmages, they're still good.
Yeah, they got 8 All-Pros.
They're still good.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Did you know they
Yeah,
had
they're
8?
still good. But
All right.
But Kansas City just beat a team just as good as Philadelphia.
Okay.
No, Cincinnati's really good.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you should jump on that money line.
No, I don't know. I don't because I like Philadelphia.
Okay.
No, I think it's an equal. I think the line's
It's
right.
going to go off about that.
I think the line's right.
It's been
Yeah.
fluctuating. The thing about it is, with Philly, as you say,
Until I watch the film.
And think about, too, if I said to you, you got to win the championship, Al, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you play the Giants at home. Then I'm going to let you play Frisco with their 4th-team quarterback.
Yeah,
Sign me up.
And that's my point.
Sign
point
me
is,
up.
I would have had Philadelphia. When I first thought it'd be a 4.5-point line. I said that to you.
Yeah, you did.
But I watched it, and then I said, I got to watch this again. They didn't play worth a darn. I mean, they won because San Francisco was really like us playing them.
Yeah, they put, you can't, and somebody said, well, they went, listen, you can't go 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
Every possession.
And at some point, your defense is going to look at each other and say, hey, guys, not today. And that's what happened.
Yeah, I thought Philadelphia was a better team until I saw that game, I'll tell you the truth.
Okay, let's talk NCAA hoops. We've been doing this a long time. I've seen years 4, 5, 6, Zags, Duke. You know, we're
Same
naming
teams.
Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Kansas. Not this year, buddy. I see 12, 14, and I'm not sure I got the right 14.
Yeah, you don't know who there's no number and there's no favorite.
At least 8?
Yeah.
Not even.
Oh, more than 8.
12.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You go all the way down into the third team in the Big East, third team in the Big 12.
I think
get out all the
way
way
back
down.
when this started, we mentioned Creighton. We'll say it again at 80-1. Talk about a
They
play.
can do it. They can do it.
Yeah. I heard a guy the other day. I was in a local place eating lunch. He was given the virtues of Tennessee. I'm not going to say it. First of all, I don't want to argue.
They could win it too, but
So-
you're worried about the coach. You said, right?
Now listen, I can only go by what I've seen.
Because they have a good team.
You know, Rick Barnes, terrific coach.
Right.
He could beat you during the year 63-38, but something happens in that tournament, or history says something.
No, history says it, right?
So I can argue, like my buddy said, hey, what are you doing? He goes, you say, he says. I said, hey, you got Kansas City at home 5 straight years. There's not much more history you can use than that, right?
Yes.
Now, he's got to win. Now, they give him Brady status way too soon. He's got to win 4 or 5. He can't win.
I don't give anybody stats.
But if he does, yeah.
yeah,
Now,
then I
right
win.
now, it's all, we love Patrick.
I think he's great.
Oh, I do
but
too.
But I want to see him win the Super Bowl. Rodgers is great too, but I
Yeah,
can't
win
put him
one.
in the same
And
thing.
when he wins 7, then I will take my hat
Right,
off.
right.
You know, we agree on all that. Pitt the other day, local teams, Ohio State struggled. Watch them play Indiana the other day. Pitt
Indiana's on a roll.
down 8 with 2 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, this is one of those we talk about. If you got the ball, dribble down the other end, set it down, and ran back,
Right.
you'd probably
Take
win.
the whole
yeah,
clock off.
you'd probably win.
You would win.
All of a sudden, they start taking this ridiculous, crazy shot. You know, nobody fouls. They're all primed to lose because they'll let you dribble
Nobody
the
fouls.
whole shot clock
Nobody
away.
fouls.
The pros don't either. And now I've asked, I've put on Twitter 500 times.
Nobody's going to foul.
If you're down 7, you need the ball minimum 3 times, probably 4. You're going to let them dribble the whole clock out?
They do.
They do.
I know
So
they do.
once again, you and I, we must
they
not
do.
know what we're talking about. And it's a home crowd. There's a million of these every week. Home crowd wins. The crowd gets nuts. The players start running around crazy. 2 of those 8 points were putbacks on missed layups.
Start going a
So
little
they didn't
harder.
run back.
Start
They
going a
start
little
running a little
harder.
faster.
Yeah.
Exactly. Up 8 with 2 minutes, you can't lose. The Big 12. Man, I'm telling you, there's a league. If you don't want to play, go play Huggy at home. What is he, the 11th team?
Yes.
Go play Huggy down at West Virginia. Tell me how you made out. That's Jamie
Tough
Dixon.
place to win.
11 years in a row.
Tough place to win. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, conversely, the ACC. Now, remember, I'm not talking it's no good. I'm talking historically as compared to, what is Pitt, 3rd?
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, they're not as good.
Lost to Farley
It's really
Dickinson,
question-
didn't they?
It's really a question. You know, Louisville and Syracuse used to be
Oh.
2 of the powerhouses in the country.
Elite. And
Yeah.
Notre Dame, throw them in.
Yeah, they're not any good. Louisville just totally stinks.
Oh.
And Syracuse is average at best. So that's 2 of the drop down. Florida State's average at best. Always been a good team.
Yeah.
They're average at best.
Georgia Tech.
Then you got the bad ones are already there. Boston
Yeah.
College and Georgia Tech and Louisville.
Can
this year.
BC,
They can't win there.
no.
No.
Is it Pitt North?
No, they can't win.
Is it Pitt North?
Yeah, they'll get lucky 1 year maybe. They can get lucky 1 year. They can't build. Listen to these names in that league.
Yeah, big-
Boston College is going to be in high school.
I didn't say 500, and I didn't say 1,500. He scored 2,500 points. He doesn't take a shot.
No, he averages like 3 points a game.
And
I
the
know.
coach doesn't want him shooting either.
Right.
It's not like coach, how about shooting some more, son?
Right.
No, I heard the coach say, he said, these high school kids, here's his exact quote, need to get over themselves. Good game, Albert.
Yes.
Good game there, Sonny. Well, guess what? In that league, you better be able to defend. And they got a 7'3" post. And what do they do that no one else does?
That's why they're winning games. Nobody can defend them because they throw the ball into the post. But the Big Ten struggles with refereeing in the tournament because they really
Because that
beat
slapjack.
you. No, they beat you
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
I mean, that game, that's such a powerhouse.
Remember the Big
league.
East?
Yeah, they're the same way.
It was like sluggo. And then they get a ref from the Sun Belt
Who can't
Conference.
call that game. Yes. You got 4 fouls on every player on your team.
Yep. I'm sorry. I know this is a fault. I can't get St. Peter's out of my mind. I can't take Purdue.
I can
And they're
understand
running roughshod.
Yeah, I understand that.
Could you take him?
No, I'm not taking him.
You know who else I can't take in the tourney?
You said Tennessee. You said.
And the Zags. I got no one left. It's me. I have fired every coach in the East Coast, the West Coast, and Middle America. I fired them. I see one. They let that clock run down in football, and they got 2 timeouts. I fire them.
Everyone.
Now, Billy Packer, one of the all-time, he is college basketball to us.
Yeah, we grew up with him. 34 Final Four.
Jim Thacker and Billy Packer.
Yeah, they started out in the ACC.
Castleman D. Chesley.
Yeah, think about that. But yeah, Billy Packer really was a part of all these Final Fours, and he understood the game because he was a coach and a player.
Yeah, I think he coached Posey Rose at Wake Forest.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yes. He was a coach and a player.
And who was the guy that used to tell the people it was Caroline?
Oh, that's fine.
Bo McKinney.
Yes.
Yeah, Bones McKinney. He would bring a recruit in the summer in, take him to North Carolina, and tell him it was Wake Forest. Now, it could be legend. It sounds like legend. But anyhow, real quick, he and McGuire and Enberg, they were gold.
Yeah, that was the voices you heard.
And it wasn't like Dick Vitale.
No.
He can't shut up.
No.
Yeah. And let's say, too, his son, Mark, Channel 84 on XM.
He's on all the time.
Excellent, excellent college, man, excellent. Now, NBA, they're 60% done. I looked the other day, didn't realize they're at 50 games.
Yeah, but just think they're only 60%.
No, you can look at it that way, too.
They're not finished till June.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Load management has killed the game. It's on the front burner. Something's going to happen, and I'm hearing they're going to try to. Now, remember, this is going to be tough, but they can do it. No back-to-back. See, here's the problem.
What do you mean? The players aren't going to play back-to-back?
They're not going to schedule back-to-back.
So,
See, they can do it. Okay. Now, remember, here's the problem. The arena tonight. Mack truck pull.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Another night.
They got other stuff there.
Lizzo.
Yes.
Another night. People we wouldn't even know if they were playing. So that's the problem. But you can't charge $1,000. You take your 2 grandkids to the game.
They don't care. They don't care.
I even heard a guy the other day in national radio.
Care.
He took his kids out to Cleveland. He said, I get there. There's no Steph. There's no Clay. There's no Draymond, who can't play anyway. And there's no Wiggins. He said, I paid.
Oh, no.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. They don't really care.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The All-Star game's a pickup game.
Yeah.
Honest to God, Al, and I'm not lying, if they played it over at Kennedy Christian, I don't think I'd run up.
Yeah, it's a dunk fest, and it's fun. That's what it is, just fun.
Now, we got to give LeBron his body-wise, effort-wise, 100 out of 100.
100, past the 100. No,
and conditioning.
Yeah.
I watched the man play the other night with 44
he's really
points.
conditioned, yeah.
He's like Ponce de Leon,
yes.
the fountain of youth. What?
And he has everything.
What is with this guy?
We can't even imagine what he has in his house.
No.
Or what he has.
No. Let's say this, too. You said this all last year, and I doubted you. When Davis is there, you don't want to play him.
No, they can win a game.
You don't want to play him. No.
I say it every year. Don't worry about the regular season.
No.
If Davis is healthy, when the playoffs come around.
I saw him the other night.
Nobody wants to play
we got
him.
less than a minute. Djokovic. I want him to play in the U.S. Open. He's going to play in the French next. He and Nadal beat him. He'll be 1 up. But, I mean, for this guy not to be able to play because he's not vaccinated, I'm not sure that's...
Yeah, not now.
It's done, huh?
Yeah.
The women's tourney in the Australia Open with no Serena. I can't pronounce the names, but it's wide open.
Yeah, it is.
Unbelievable. I will say this. That wrestling the other night that I watched, Big Ten, they're 2 of the best teams in the country, and we can say that for sure.
They are.
Hey, thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.